If you are new to the Money Room, please like, subscribe, and share. Tag your bestie. Tell them to make sure they join the Money Room. Get ready for us. We're coming to podcasts very soon. Y'all know I'm always working on something, and it's time to step it up. So we're definitely working on podcasts, guys. We're gonna put a twist on this financial education thing. You guys know the vibes, prayers, affirmations. Last but not least, making an impact on somebody else's life. You guys know I always say that. I'm big on saying that when I get started. Make sure you drop some hearts and share some love for someone else, because everybody is not in a good place in their life, and we need to share and spread some more love to other people. There's a lot of light on me, so I'm hot, y'all. Bear with me. Yesterday, if you tuned in yesterday morning, we talked on credit repair hacks. I gave you guys a step down, um, literally step by step on how to get approved for some secure cards. And you guys, like, everybody may not be needing a secure card or may not be in that particular place in their life. You may be ready for your 5,000, your 10,000, 15, 20,000. All going to get there, but that's not where everybody is at. I did a poll and you guys asked the stage, I wanted more information on building and restoring credit. So that's what the cards that we were focused in on working on, right? The rebuild process. If you've hit rock bottom like me and you're like, I got to get this credit thing together, I need a clean sweep. Where do I start? What do I do? How do I get this thing done? That's the fix and rebuild process. Or if you're a person where you currently have no credit and you need to build some type of history, right? Credit history is a big percentage of your credit score. That's why people are paying for these authorized user trade lines. They're paying thousands of dollars and all that kind of stuff now for these trade lines, adding them on their account. And it's making it look like they've had that particular account for 5, 10 years, and it makes it look super, much, much better when you go sit and make the big boy moves. But everybody don't want to purchase AUs right now on personal credit. I don't know. Everybody is different, but I shared a game on giving you guys the way that I personally do it and did it from me hitting rock bottom, cards that I've used, things that I've leveraged to help me get back in the game. So I want to touch on some things tonight. I want to first and foremost speak from, y'all know I'm always speaking from, I want to speak from a place and ask you guys, well, I want to tell you guys that it's super important to not always watch the scoreboard, but stay in the game. Not always watch the scoreboard, but stay in the game. Right? Fall in love with the process per se. So people think that this credit thing can be revolved overnight. It took me a long time. I hit rock bottom. It was years of messing up the credit, building, getting messed up. You think it's gonna get a clean sweep just right away? No, it don't go like that. Listen, if you missed credit card hacks yesterday, make sure you're on the email list so you get the updates of everything that's coming out. Be doing a free financial planner and a $50 gift card October the 1st. I'm doing a giveaway. If you're not locked in on the lives, you will not be able to participate. It's going to somebody that just started the new business. So I want to see your LLC. I want to see how serious is this, a side hustle, or are you turning this into a legit business? So in order for you, if you win, I need to see your LLC and see that this thing is real, what you're doing, right? And then you'll be able to purchase my courses and my digital products on my website for business credit and all of these things to help get you in the game and leveraging other people's money. We're no longer working 2 and 3 jobs to build business. We're building business off of credit and creating passive income. So, and then also, I'll be in Philly in October. If you're in Philly, I'll be in Philly in October. Business and Babies events. I believe that's what it's called. And then November, want to be back in Atlanta in November. And then also the end of October, me and one of my outsourced assistants is having something in Charlotte with a bunch of realtors and lenders, and it's going to be rocking. It's going to be something that I do once a month in Charlotte, bringing realtors together, all financial professionals. Because when I tell you in the finance industry, it takes a village. We everybody do what they do, taxes, credit repair, whether you're a lender, whether you're a realtor, whatever it is that you do, we pass our clients around. We all give money together, right? So depending on the need of the client, they're going to have a long time staying with me and my team, because that's what we do. That's what it's about. So the finance industry is about building trust and building relationships. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start the vibe in Charlotte of having realtors and financial professionals meet up, and you don't have to pay the fee as if you do for a realtor association. They link up with investors and all types of stuff. But why can't we start one in a community? And it be an affordable fee, a way for all professionals to tap in, gain clientele, most importantly, build relationships, because you can meet somebody somewhere that could change your life. They may not have a client for you today, but in this business, and if you play the game for the long haul, like how we do, you may get a call from that person 3-4 months ago that'll change your life. So relationships, your net worth, right? So that's what's going on for the next couple months. Of course, for Black Friday coming up, if you missed the launch of the Mindset and Money Game planner in November, I was going to drop another one for this Black Friday, but I decided not to. We're going to do some working on some add-ons to be released. So it's going to be a workbook. It's going to be some worksheets, all these things to help you maximize the information in the financial planner. And also, before I forget, Break the Bank webinar, Wednesday night, 9 p.m. No, Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Click the link in the bio, get you a seat. I think I got it for like $30 or something. If you get a seat before 9/17, no, 9/17 is past, so that was expired. But I was doing free shipping if you got a ticket. So I have to check the numbers on that, because I only really wanted to do 50 people. I'm going to check and see where it's at, and then I'll do an update via email in the morning. If it's down limited, of course, I want to close it out at a certain time. The webinars be rocking and rolling. You guys always know when you come to my stuff, bring paper and pen, because we really go in. So make sure you go to the website, www.faithfamilyfinance.co, www.faithfamilyfinance.co. Stay connected, get on the email list, tell your bestie, your auntie, your mom, go buy them a financial planner, because we're not waiting on 2022. We getting these bags rolling now. So the second part to the credit hacks. So we already talked about how to do the actual application, how to get approved for the secure card. So today, what I want to talk about is the process of, what qualifies you. How do you know you're qualified? Lucretia, what is it that I should be doing? I don't want to just get qualified for the secure card, build and wait 6 months, and then they turn it into a regular credit card. I want to forever be able to be qualified and leverage my credit. I'm telling you guys, it starts with money management. It starts with mindset and money. Being able to master the game longevity wise. By the way, my credit repair company, Colin and Credit LLC, we have the most amazing beast mode, very aggressive credit repair programs. If you want to see results, you got to put work into. And anyway, if you paying somebody to do credit repair for you, you should want to. People don't be wanting to, but I feel like you should want to. I feel like that's a lot of people's problem. They don't want to make time to get educated and stuff. Which, if you don't want to, that's fine, to each his own. But why not learn some game you could teach your children, teach your man, your spouse if he ain't down, teach your family members. People just be so one-track minded and don't be wanting to they just want to play cripple and have everybody do stuff for them. But what's going to happen After you get we help get your credit score to a 700, 800. What's going to happen when you mess the credit score up and your credit score go back down, and then you don't know the necessary steps of what to do to, for one, leverage it and get it back to how it was? Change your money habits, shift the things that you was doing. You're not going to know none of that if you don't play a part in it. You have to play a part in it. This is not something like, because y'all don't read. I'll post something and I'll blatantly say it, and I'll get DMs asking me, what did I say? Sis, you got to read. So the bottom line, the thing to, making sure that you're qualified, paying your credit card bills on time, keeping your credit score at a nice average, keeping your utilization at a nice average. The things that's going to help discipline you to stay to do those things without saying, "Oh, damn, I forgot." It's going to be so important to you because until you need a mindset shift, right? You have to be working on something so important that means so much to you that you're willing to get uncomfortable for it. And when I say uncomfortable, I mean you're willing to start and practicing small habits now today that's going to create lifestyle because you want that thing so bad in order for you to become better. So, for example, if you're so adamant on purchasing a home, you want to be a homeowner, you want to get into real estate investing. How can you get into real estate investing if you can't do basic money management? It's a fearful conversation that people don't want to have. You have to learn to master the basics of money management. I'm telling you, because you can get to a 750 or 800 credit score, you can have all the credit cards in the world. But then guess what? They can all fall too because you're not paying on time. You're not educated on balance due date versus invoice date. You're not educated on what percentage of that score actually matters. You don't know how to research and know and understand what credit card companies you apply for, what bureau do they pull from, how many inquiries did I do in the last 24 months. A lot of them look at these different things. So if you're not educated, you can't master the game. You have to get educated in order to master the game. It takes discipline. It takes the mindset shift, getting rid of the old beliefs, the unlearning that we talked about. When are you going to unlearn? You have to be willing to unlearn, guys. There are certain credit cards that require certain scores. They require certain things. Um, and like if you have business credit, if you're leveraging business credit, and you do personal credit as PG or something like that, they're going to be looking at certain stuff, right? They're going to be looking at, do you have any installment loans on there? A mixture of various different accounts. Do you have a car payment on there? You have a mortgage on there? How many credit card lines do you have on there? Are you maxing your credit cards out? They're going to want to know if you're trustworthy. How do you build trust with the bank? If you're not patient, you won't get results. And I'm just going to tell you that flat out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to go down and show you guys. I'm going to go over a rundown of what's on the Break the Bank webinar. So, Break the Bank webinar. I'm going to go down for y'all. This is the list. Who is joining me on the Break the Bank webinar? If you're on Facebook, you can see my screen. First, I want to ask y'all, who's joining me? Who's got their seat already? Who got their ticket? Who's pulling up on your girl? Who's saying, listen, I'm tired of playing games with my life. I'm ready to get it together. I done hit y'all with so many scenarios and giving y'all so many examples of what you need to do in case of a scenario. And the funny thing is, when I could be talking about what you need to do in a case of scenario up, that legit be somebody's whole situation and they never know or never say nothing. If you're pulling up on the Break the Bank webinar, 9:23, 8 p.m. This is Wednesday, guys. It's going down 8 p.m. It's going down via Zoom. If you got just locked in your seat and paid your money, if you're on the email list, you will have access to the webinar link. And if you're not, then you won't. And it probably will not go on the website for free. It'll probably be a paid webinar once I've already done it if you did not join. Because guess what? It's way too much content in there. And I'm not giving this out for free. Break the Bank webinar. All right, let me go down. Let me go through and tell y'all what's on it. Okay, so in this webinar, I'm going over one, your budget is your bank. Your budget is your bank. Y'all always saying, I don't want a budget. I did it and I stopped. Da, 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 da. How can you be a multimillionaire? You don't even know how to budget. Millionaires budget. Yes, they do. They invest every single extra dollar that they have and they learn ways to find money even when they have money already. It's not to say that you want to live frugal and on a budget for the rest of your life, but when you're trying to hit massive milestones and goals in your life, you need to learn how to be disciplined and how to play the money game to stay in control of your coins, all of them. If you don't stay in control of your coins and your coins control you, every other week before payday get ready to come, you're going to be exhaust all of your money by Friday, and you're going to do the same thing for 5 to 10 years while you're on your job, and you're going to keep running out of money before payday come because you had no plans or you made no plans or you didn't give none of that money a job prior to getting it. Give the money a job. Every single dollar, give it a job. The second thing, your budget was the budget you created hasn't been working for you. Be honest, keep it real. The budget that you created is not working for you. Who taught you how to create a budget? What are the things you add in your budget? Do you know basic money management things? If you have a mindset and money game planner, we have every single thing in this budget. This is not a spreadsheet where we just do bills, rent, utilities. No, we dive deep into this thing. Child support, credit card payments, personal care, memberships, entertainment. This is a budget. If you don't have a mindset and money game planner, click the link in the bio, get you one. This is a real deal budget. We're going over switching your budget that you have that's currently not working for you. And I'm going to give you the layout to one that's practical. It's easy to do. It's going to work as long as you do the work. Then we're going to go over, so we're going to do a step-by-step of creating a practical budget. I'm going to tell you the importance of why you need to master a budget. Because if you don't know how to master $200, you will not know how to master $200,000 when you hit that mark in your business or in your life, whatever it is that you do. Multiple streams of income. You will not know how to flip profit if you don't know money management. Point blank, period. Is no other way around it. So a lot of us reaching up here, reaching for the stars, we dream big. We got so much that we done to do. Amazing, beautiful. I love it. So do I. But you have to learn how to master the basics first before you could be like, oh, not saying that you can't, but you have to get started. That's just the bottom line. You never got started. You got to get started. Another thing I'm going to give you guys, I want to give you 2 different ways of learning how to save money. Some people do the envelope thing. I don't do the envelope thing. To each his own. I'm going to give you guys 2 different ways of how to save money. I'm going to give a step-by-step process. And I personally believe I said I'm going to do 2 different ways because everybody has different ways in which they like to save money. Different things works for different people. So what works for you may not work for me, work for you, whatever. I'm going to give you 2 different ways. You're going to pick one. You're going to master it. You're going to continue to do it. Stay consistent. Stay disciplined. And watch. You're just going to start changing your habits on your money just by doing it all the time. When we go over the budget, a lot of y'all don't be honest with yourself and put all of your expenses down. You're trying to block and hold things away out of your plan because you don't want to look at them. It's things that you're supposed to have in your budget that y'all are wanting to skip. I do budgets with my clients, or we go over budgets. We just touch a little piece of a budget because my coaching classes we touch budget, but we be doing so much other stuff, right? Budgeted is just this percentage, right? But this is the thing. The reason that your budget is not working for you because you're not being real with yourself, laying out on the line all your expenses. How much do you spend on lashes, sis? How much do you spend in a hair store? How many times do you go through the hair store every week? How many times you go to Target? How many times you go to Walmart? How many times you order off Amazon? How much you shop on these social media clothes sites? How many courses or learning education skill sets have you purchased from people via social media, and have you implemented and learned anything from them and made more money from them yet? I'm gonna give y'all a few things that is an expense, whether you believe it or not, whether you have it listed on your budget or not. It's an expense. You got your rent, your mortgage, your cell phone. If you have two children, the husband is 4 or 5 of y'all all on the same thing. I know that phone bill $400 or $500. Your utilities, car insurance, life insurance, food, groceries. How much gas you spend and driving every week? Your credit card bills, personal loans. They are a big thing now. People are taking out a lot of personal loans. People get personal loans for $1,000, $500. They paying them so much interest back. It's ridiculous, right? Car payments, personal care. I just talked about all that stuff, that shopping that y'all like doing, right? All these different memberships y'all got on the cell phone, the gym, all this stuff. Y'all got all these memberships. It's Afterpay out there now, all that kind of stuff. So Afterpay and these companies that's like, we'll give you the product, but pay us in increments because they're locking in the money. I love it because I do the same thing, but just from a coach standpoint, and it's a bigger amount of money. I get it, it's business, but I think that every time something like this is created, it just gives people this thing in their mind that's like, okay, let's just keep buying. Oh, I'm gonna take my $20 off my card because you're not trained mentally. Your mindset is not trained. So everything that look good and appeasing to you, you're gonna fall for it. So if the boots that you want to get off this site have Afterpay and they cost $99, you don't have control over your mindset. So when you look at the numbers, you see what everybody else see. Oh, it's only gonna be $20 each time. But you're not looking at it in the senses. If I'm gonna pay $20 each time for these pair of boots, I could use this $20 and pay for marketing for my business, and I'm complaining because I don't have no customers or no traffic. You willing to split the money up for the boots for the $20? Do some Facebook ads once a week, $20 to do the same thing. You got to get started somewhere. You got to learn how to control your mind and your thoughts, and don't get pulled in by everything. This is the thing I told y'all yesterday. Y'all know I'm always raw, and I tell it like it is because I have to be honest. That's how I am, right? And with a lot of the things that I say, because the stuff that I teach y'all, I learned by trial and error. I did not read books or go to college and learn none of this stuff. I learned from getting it out the mud, right? So I changed my own life, get clients, help them, pay me to help get them results, and then I share stuff with you guys of stuff that really work. This is the thing. When you can't gain control over your mindset and everything in which you see something, you take it like that, that's because you got a lot going on, and you like, that's poverty mindset. Like when you are in a struggle, you like, girl, I'm just trying to pay my rent. I got a lot going on right now. Listen, I got to treat myself to something. I haven't been able to buy myself no shoes. You gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna, because it's your mind. You've been struggling and been hurting for so long and living bare minimum for so long, so comfortably. You just at the point where any little thing extra I could do for myself, oh, I need to treat myself. What's your definition of treating yourself? We got to think legacy. We got to think big. We got to think ownership, right? That's just one thing I wanted to share that with y'all because a lot of people struggle with that, getting rid of old beliefs and having so much in our minds that it controls us. When you don't have control over your mindset, you think different, people gonna look at you different. You gonna take things differently that a person might say. You may think that it was a threat towards you, but it was very like, when you're not in control, it's just different. So I'm not a multimillionaire, but I'm telling you, getting myself out of rock bottom and being in this game for 11 years, and I have two profitable companies. I'm telling you that you got to learn how to master the basics of money management before you can jump and say, all these things you want to do and all of this. You got to learn to master the basics first. And if you need help, just ask for help. Be open to, don't work with no ego and pride. If you need help, you need help. It's okay. If you need help, it's fine. So I want to give you more ways and breaking down the expenses, right? You think you have about 10 expenses when you really got 15 to 16. I'm telling you, when I dive deep, I dive deep. I know so much stuff about this budgeting thing. I've been doing it for so long. It's so many expenses that we use and things that we spend on and don't even know. Like I posted the post on what was it? Oh, when you swipe your debit card too much on the weekend. That one post, maybe like 200 or something dollars just off of, a basic money management digital product on my website, right? Because people really need help with money management. And there's nothing wrong with it. But when you share something and people attract to it, like that's real. And I know it is because you can get caught up like that and be thinking that you got all this money that you really don't. That's why we flip the script and we switch it and teach learning how to balance credit cards. Using credit cards to buy the gas and various different things and applying and obtaining credit cards that give you rewards back and all these kind of things. So now when you're spending money on certain stuff, you're going to get paid back for it on the credit card, and at the same time you're going to be building your credit versus swiping a debit card all weekend spending your own money and there's no reward back for it. And then I'm going to give you guys, I got a list of 20 money hacks that's going to be in a webinar. That's going to be in the webinar as well. Two different ways of how to save money, mastering your own budget. And as we want to do one step by step, and we want to do it practical. And then the last thing I'm going to give you guys is savings accounts that gain interest. We're going to do savings accounts that build interest. And I got another bonus I'm going to add in there as well. As far as from the money management side, I got a worksheet that I want to share with you guys that's going to help you on a daily standpoint, right? So it's not a budget, it's something else I'm going to share, but it's only going to go to the people who purchase seats for the webinar. If you purchase seats for the webinar, you're going to get all the stuff that I'm giving out for it. Be prepared. Break the Bank webinar Wednesday the 23rd, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I try to get a special guest, but I waited too late, and my guest that I wanted is not going to be in town. So I'm going to have her probably at the event in Charlotte. If you live in Charlotte, I'll probably bring her out at the Realtor event in Charlotte. If you have any questions about the webinar, you want to know what it's about, how much it costs, it's $29.99. You click the link in my bio and go to the lineup if you just missed everything that's included in it. It's called Break the Bank for a reason. And I think I'm going to turn this Break the Bank into an ebook as well because I got so much stuff that I want to share, direct websites, direct links to a lot of things that people need and ask me about. So if you have any questions, do anybody have any questions about the webinar? I highly advise you, and I'm going to tell you, if you are not ready to take action and you are not focused, this webinar is not for you. We're focusing on the bag. We're focusing on increasing our personal development and however that may look fit for you. And also we increase in income. And the reason that I'm doing money management is because it is an area that you need to master the basics of learning how to do before you can learn to handle massive amounts of money when it start coming to you. You won't know how to stay in control mentally, financially, physically. Or it's kind of like that question of, are you even prepared for what you pray for? Right? You got to ask yourself that. Are you prepared for what you're praying for? Do you even know how to take on or how to handle this thing when it start coming? Because when you have planted so many seeds, you don't reap and sow at the same season, right? If you're a person, when you stay with new clients and new things in your pipeline and events and all of these things, right? However it is that you gain money, that next season, like people are talking about starting something in 2022. No, you do it now. You plan and prepare now. So when 2022 comes, you won't be gaining the benefit and all the blessings of all the work that you put in for the last 6, 7, 5, 8 months, last year, 10 months, right? That's how this entrepreneurship game go and this money game goes. So I'm encouraging you. You have something that you're like, oh, I'm gonna start at the top of the year. Sis, please do it now. Please do it now. Find out the necessary of what you need to do just to get it started. It's never too late to get started. I'm the girl Finance Muslima. Make sure you're on the email list, www.faithfamilyfinance.co, www.faithfamilyfinance.co, and make sure you stay connected for the freebies, all the financial information, all the lives, all of the webinars. Click the link in the bio and find out about Breaking the Bank webinar if you just missed the breakdown. And I got some hot freebie stuff in there for y'all as well, depending on what you need. So make sure you stay connected. If you need a free credit consultation, text my team, 980-293-6012.